Nigerians, mostly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. How are you all doing? If you can hear me, please do let me know in the comment section. Happy Sunday to everybody. Okay, so obviously you guys already see why I'm on this live stream this morning. It's just obviously to talk about the just completed job that VeryDarkMan shared. So I'm sure you all knew from, like, I think you mentioned, the very dark man mentioned this issue of Nigerian girls in Ivory Coast, and it's not only in Ivory Coast, all right. So Nigerian girls who have been, I'm trying not to use the word obviously because YouTube, the way they go with all these words, when you use the word the way they were, once you use the word the way they've been used, the way YouTube will just go crazy with the word. So I'm just going to try and code it as much. So he, Very Dark Man did spoke about the fact that when he went to Ivory Coast, he saw some Nigerian girls who have who were in Ivory Coast. They must have been there or taken there at some point. Either they were lured to go there, or either somebody's auntie or whatever took them there. Anyway, they ended up in Ivory Coast. And I remember when he was sharing that video, or when he was sharing that story on his page, he pretty much said they were pretty young. And I saw other videos like the girls were they were very, very young. You know, all of these things just goes on to show that obviously our country, Nigeria, is not the way we want it to be. And I'm going to keep saying that because at the end of the day, all of these girls left Nigeria with nobody having a record of them. Like, how do Nigeria even have the data? Do Nigeria even have the data of each and every Nigerian citizen? Do they have a record of each and every Nigerian citizen? I'm sure those of you who are in diaspora will agree with me. Here in the UK, there's something called the electoral roll. Like, as long as you live in the UK, your name will be in some sort of data. Your name will be in some sort of system, except maybe you enter this country through some route that, which meant that they don't have your name, they don't have your fingerprint or anything like that. But at least this country and some other diaspora countries will have a record of each and every citizen of theirs. But Nigeria, we can't boast of that. We can't boast of that. Even though they tried with this NIN, but still with the NIN, I remember when I went to Nigeria, I was told that the NIN is free. It's free of charge, that you should not be charged. Nobody should collect money from you to get NIN. But no, I was still charged 5,000 naira. They collected 5,000 naira from me, even though it's small money. It's cheap. It's chicken change to me. But that was a service that should have been free. But they collected, and nobody say it was not because they realized that I don't live in Nigeria. No, because I actually went with my sister, and it was my sister that was, communicating and chatting with the people there. So with me, I was not even having any conversation. And even if I was the one talking or doing the application myself, there wouldn't have been any difference to ascertain maybe I am from maybe I live in Nigeria or not. So it's just so sad. But apparently, I'm super happy at the news that Very Dark Man shared, and he did say a lot of money went in. Apparently, according to the Airpeace boss, Mr. Onyema, he did say, I think they were expecting 150 women, and they brought back 78. And from those 78, a couple of them are actually pregnant. Like, guys, I'm going to be saying a few things in this live stream, and some of you might not agree with it, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is, guys. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. So it's the way it is. So let me share a video with you of obviously Very Dark Man, in discussing about the journey so far, like how we started. And I was actually happy that obviously he was able to get out of the EFCC whatever, and was able to go ahead. And happy Sunday, Abby. My screen was almost going to sleep there. I was wondering if you guys could hear me. So let me play this video for you guys so we see. Apparently Very Dark Man wrote that, good afternoon, Abby. Happy Sunday. So very dark man road. I took an emergency flight from Abuja to Lagos yesterday to join Sir Alan Onyema, the owner of Airpeace and the team of NAPTIP, to welcome over 70. I don't want to use that word, but you guys can see from the screen over 70 girls from Ivory Coast. To my surprise, I noticed 2 pregnant young girls among them. I, as very dark man, have done my part to raise an awareness with my platform. Sir Alan Onyema, the owner of Airpeace, have done his part by making available his airplane to bring back the victims free of charge. He even lost some money. I heard him say over 3 million. Yeah, he said over 400 million naira because I heard that as well. He said he lost over 300 million because their flight arrived in Ivory Coast at the scheduled time. But obviously, the people in Ivory Coast, they kind of like, wasted time, which meant that they could not get the girls back on time for them to continue business with their own flights. So I must say it must take somebody. I'm quite emotional talking about this, so that's why I'm behind camera. That's why I'm not showing my face. It takes somebody with a heart of giving. And guys, I'm well in here, guys. Okay, so I guess this is kind of like touching me in a way, obviously, because of the current case we are still sorting on YouTube just now about another YouTuber. So it goes on to show how some people, no matter where they are in the society, they would always use their own hard-earned money to bring people to a place whereby, though you might not be able to solve all of their problems, but you just have that mind of humanitarian. There are some people who have money, but they will not give even their driver a tip or even an extra on Christmas Day, but maybe just one time like that in a year. But for the fact that I know there's been a lot of drama concerning this airpiece owner, the US thinking about him. There's been a lot, obviously his flight as I'm one of the people who have actually talked about some of the services that he needs to upgrade in regards to his flight. And let me, guys, like I said, if you love somebody, if you use a service, if they've done something that is not up to par, you should be able to call them and say, come, this is what you've done, this is how you can do it better. So I'm tearing up here, guys, but I'm super happy that my camera is not on. So just like I was reading there, he's already lost 400 million naira of his own money in bringing these girls back. And if I'm not mistaken, this man is another Nigerian. It should not be him spending his money to do this. It's Nigerian government that should be bringing these girls back. It should be Nigerian government funding this, because very dark man, you spent 20 million of the NGO money into this project. Airpeace manager spent 400 million of his, making his plane available to bring these girls back free of charge. And you're going to listen to the video where he said he has also registered those 150 women to Duchess Hospital. I don't know what Duchess Hospital is. He said, according to him, that Duchess Hospital is a 7-star hospital. That's where he goes for his medical checkup. And you guys hear from the write-up from Very Dark Man that even some of those girls, 2 out of them were pregnant. Who impregnated them? We don't know. So I'm going to read that and then we're going to watch this video, guys. Hello, Genegy, I see you. Join Mommy, I see you. Happy Sunday to you guys all. You know what, guys? I'm in my feelings this morning, so I'm a bit, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do this without busting into tears. And you guys will not hear me cry, okay? So he said here that he also paid for medical checkup for all the girls that are brought back to Nigeria, and it's now immigration. We need you to do your part to secure our borders. Please, I beg you. So Very Dark Man tag or Rufai was sitting there. I be think say I go see you. I looked around, but since you left immediately, you guys brought them back. So let's listen to what Very Dark Man had to say. Okay.
This is my spot.
Follow me, sir.
That's the good thing that the ladies are back from Ivory Coast. I'll just go straight to the point. The problem is the borders are porous. The borders are porous, the immigration are not doing too much. They waste their time with bag of rice that is coming into Nigeria and contraband goods, we have more problems because of the porousness of the border. You have insecurity in the country, terrorism and all. It's not only bag of rice. The immigration needs to expand. They expand what they do with their time. How come over 200, 500 girls are leaving Nigeria almost every day? Bringing them back is not the solution, but stopping them from going is the solution, right? Now, this trafficking is not only outside the country, it still happens inside Nigeria. A kid standing on the road to beg you different traffic junctions in Nigeria is also trafficking. Some of them are being trafficked and turned into beggars. You know, the problem is really, really big. It's not about bringing them back and then you just bring them back, you do the application. A lot of them will still go back because these borders are porous. And again, a lot of families, you know, one of the methods they use, the president of Nigeria in Ivory Coast is going to throw on a little bit of light. So please don't wrap up. I know you people don't have time. You throw some light. I'll give him the floor. You know, some patterns. These people have a lot of patterns that needs to be exposed. One of them, December, when some of all these big girls, big auntie that made it abroad, when they come back, they stay in those villages. They start spraying money. Then the mother of all these children, some of them will just say, "How did you get this money? You know, from there, can you carry my daughter?" Like that, they carry the daughter. So I know there's no time.
That's just that's just so the same story. I don't think there's any okay, it's see, looking at them, I don't think there's any of them. One even kind of came from abroad. I don't think there's any of them from that area that looks like very pretty to be going to mature. Which one wants to like I said, they don't look like they are that strong. The ones that very dark man showed first. The one that very dark man showed a picture of them, those were like young girls. They had like stuff round about their head. You can't hear me. Can you guys hear me now?
If you need them already.
Oga, this is my front now.
Can you guys hear me? All right. I was not I was not speaking earlier because I was just allowing you guys to watch the video. So I was just saying earlier, you can see the group of the girls walking. Looking at them, they don't seem to look like underage to me. So there's going to be lots of talks that I'm going to be talking in regards to that. But let's keep listening to Airpiece owner.
That's the good thing that the ladies are back from Ivory Coast. So I'll just go straight to the point. The problem is the borders are porous. Borders are porous, the immigration are not doing too much. They waste their time with bag of rice that is coming into Nigeria and contraband goods, you know. We have more problems because of the porousness of the border. You have insecurity in the country, terrorism, and all. It's not only bag of rice. The immigration needs to expand. You know, expand what they do with their time. How come over 200, 500 girls are leaving Nigeria almost every day? You know, bringing them back is not a solution, but stopping them from going is the solution, right? Now, this trafficking is not only outside the country, it still happens inside Nigeria. A kid standing on the road to beg.
I think we already watched this part. So, okay, let me. There's another screen I want to share with you guys. I hope I'm able to share because, like, a YouTube channel. So, let's hope I'm able to share that screen with you. And then, obviously, I'll read your comments. And then, obviously, um, let me see if I can bring that screen to you. It's a YouTube channel. Let's hope I'm able to share it so we can listen to what others have to say. I hope it's not going to impact this in any way, but let me put it to the beginning of where a lady was saying something. Yeah, let me put it there. Because the woman used some words and I don't want us to use those words because of YouTube.
I want them to look down on themselves.
If you guys
I want them to believe
let
that
me
the country is very, very responsive to their um, whatever difficulties they
well,
might
that's a
face at
sad
any
story.
point in time. This is not for show. It's all about patriotism. It's all about not patriotism by the person because
Please
I
like the live
decided
stream,
to
guys.
fly all of them into Nigeria free of charge, but to instill patriotism in them, to make them feel belong to their nation, to make them feel wanted, and to make them feel important. No one should look down on anybody, and they themselves shouldn't look down on themselves. What happened to these young girls out there is very atrocious and
Very,
must be
very.
condemned by everyone under the sun. Very, very atrocious. Some of them are 13 years old, 14 years old, and they're all um, they've gone into sex slavery kind of, and it's not unacceptable. That's why I decided to go and bring them. I didn't wait for government. We mustn't be waiting for government for everything. So
In Nigeria, if
I
you wait for
decided to
government
do
for
that,
anything, you are on your
and we
own.
continue to do that to instill Nigerians into Nigerians that sense of belonging and pride in their country. This is why I do these things we do, not for anything else. But I must use this opportunity to um, thank the man they call VDM, Very Dark Man. He was the one that brought this awareness. It was Dark Man that made us even know that something like this existed. And I must thank him. I think he is hero of this particular.
Can you imagine? Obviously, because if Very Dark Man had not been to Ivory Coast, I swear to God, those ladies will still be there. Those ladies will still be there. Like our government, like I don't know how 150 young girls were able to leave Nigeria with no record of them whatsoever, or how they left. It's crazy. Hence why I was saying that here in diaspora, except maybe they bring that person via a route where we say they will not ask for ID or something like that. But as long as you live, you are born in this country and you live in this country, they will have a record of you. If you go out through the right channel, so maybe you are traveling, you travel via airports, you travel via borders, there is a data collecting data of those who are going and coming out. But our country, Nigeria, how are they? Even though we have INEC, how even though we have I'm sure they do count what's this thing where they count people censoring. They do censoring. You'll have imagined that in the process of censoring, they will take the details or names of each and every person living in those streets where they've gone to count people. I knew before I left Nigeria, in my own lifetime in Nigeria, when I was growing up, I think censoring was done twice and we were counted in my family, in my household, but there was no record of name taking our date of birth. You know how you take data of somebody that you want to have a record of them on a database. There's nothing like that in Nigeria. So I wouldn't be surprised that they do not have a record of these 150 girls. They do not know how they went, how they left. They do not know how who took them out. And yes, our government obviously they do not care. They do not care. Because if they care, why does it have to take Very Dark Man to bring this to the limelight? And still, NAPTIP, obviously, if NAPTIP were not giving the push, they will not get up and do anything. Yes, I know Very Dark Man, the way she called Abike Dabiri out. I know is the way he does his things, rude and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, Abike Dabiri is old enough to be his mother. There's a way and manner you put things across. But then, obviously, his rudeness has kind of like, made Abike Dabiri to maybe reach out further more to bring some. I think she brought back a few people back, a few girls back a few weeks ago. But then, does it have to take Nigerian citizens to be the one to actually be the one telling our government what is actually happening by borders? Let's keep listening.
Night. Because if he had not spoken, maybe we may not have known. Maybe NAPTIC needs information to work.
Mm.
They cannot sit in Nigeria
Exactly.
and know what is happening out there.
Mm.
So I must implore all Nigerians to thank Darkman, Very Darkman, for what he's done. He's the hero of this moment. Not any of us here,
That's so
because he brought this into limelight. Before I decided to do this, before the able DG decided to also be here. We've all been here since morning waiting for them to come. It's a national assignment.
hello,
I
how
feel so proud of being Nigerian. That's the only thing. That's the only country we've got.
that's what I'm
And I
saying,
mean,
Janet.
we have to instill in our youth that sense of belonging, that sense of patriotism, sense of nationalism.
Exactly.
That is why I preach broad nationalism in Nigeria as against ethnic and religious nationalism. When what we need is to fight for each other, not fighting against each other.
Mm.
We do not need to stigmatize each other. Nigeria is already stigmatized
Exactly.
worldwide. We do not need to stigmatize ourselves along ethnic lines or religious lines. Thank you. Well, the airline has lost over 400 million naira today. That is that.
Abi said, who is going to Makoko to count them? They will have to do it. That is the duty they owe every Nigerian. They will have to do it if they want to have an appropriate data of each and every single Nigerian. They will have to go do. If people are living inside Igbe, even if people are living inside Shi, they will go there and count. And I would definitely, what Janet said here definitely made sense, that they don't want to do a real census because it will expose that some states are inflating their numbers to get government. Exactly. These are part of the things. They know what they are doing. Ole Barawo Nigerian government allegedly. Ole Barawo Nigerian allegedly. And yet VDM is now doing the work that the government should be doing. The work that government owes each and every single Nigerian. That is what VDM was doing then. Assuming VDM did not go to Ivory Coast, will he uncover this? Will he uncover this? No. Will he uncover this? And yes, we don't know, Janet. How did 150 young girls were able? How did they take them through the borders and with no passport and nobody was able to control them? So maybe the people at the borders, they are also, they collect money and they decide to keep quiet. It's crazy. Really, really saddening.
That is a fact. It's not to be controverted. When we got into Cote d'Ivoire, we kept to the time, but a lot of issues, diplomacy across this place is something else in Africa. So it's not fault of it's not fault of Nigerian government. It's not fault of ours. Our plane was there, but the issues around the West Coast.
Yeah,
It
but I
wasn't
lost
easy. We've
400
been there
million.
since morning till this midnight. So over 400 million naira lost. But it's not about money. It's not about money. There's no amount of money that you can equate to life.
Human life,
The most
exactly.
important thing is that we brought them back alive. We want to reintegrate them into the society. And let me tell you this: it's not just about bringing them. I've already enrolled all of them at the Duchess Hospital.
Can you
The
imagine?
Duchess Hospital have been waiting since
Look
morning.
at what he has done.
Brought their people to wait. They even spoke with Hajia too.
You're welcome.
We are funding it. APC is funding it for their treatment because you can see some of them are pregnant. We need to test some of them for HIV because you don't want to reintegrate them, uh, and the population will be affected by whatever they have. And you need to save their own lives too. So APC has gotten one of the best hospitals in
Well done,
Africa
Mr.
to treat.
Onyema.
That's where I go. That's where I treat myself. So I believe, like I said, I don't look down on anybody. They also deserve the best. That's why we enrolled all of them in Duchess Hospital. We got the names of 150 at first. All 150 whenever they come in. Today we have about 78. They're all going to Duchess Hospital in the morning because they had to close this night. But tomorrow morning, all of them will be there. If you want to see them, you see them. They will test them. Whatever you have, APIS will bear the brunt of the treatment, not just tests, so that we can release them into the society. But the most importantly, to make them understand humanity, because they've been made to feel as if they're subhuman by the kind of treatment they underwent in Cote d'Ivoire. So we need to do everything possible to give them the best. So in fact, inside the aircraft, they were all
Please,
very happy. They felt wanted by their nation. Now we take them
please
to a
like the
very
live stream, guys.
seven-star hospital tomorrow morning, and they will say, "Wow, this is me in this kind of place." So these are the kind of things we need to instill in the citizenry. It is
Absolutely.
very, very important. And once more, I thank VeryDarkMan for bringing this to the fore.
So,
If you want to make a full-time income from home working part-time, you need to know this one concept.
sorry, guys. I think I'm going to skip that. There's an ad there.
The borders are porous, the immigration are not doing too much. They waste their time with bag of rice that
The
is
thing
coming
is,
into
Abby,
Nigeria,
the system can be put in place.
contraband goods.
The system can be put in place if they really want to do it. And I just love the idea, the thought that JNG dropped there, that most of them would not do it because obviously, if they do the proper counsel, if they do the proper census, all of the alleged fund that some of them are putting in their pocket, they will not be able to put it in their pocket because the government will have the exact figure. But then they are not doing it because they still want to be able to put something into their pocket. They will not do it. Nigeria have the capacity, because if people are traveling abroad, they're able to get passports. Why can't each and every single person in Nigeria have the same? Yeah, they tried to do something similar, which is the NIN, but then they still messed up with that. Like I said from the beginning, they told us that it was free. I was charged 5,000 naira when I did mine in Nigeria, when it should be free.
So we have more problems because of the porousness of the border. You have insecurity in the country, terrorism and all. It's not only bag of
Exactly.
rice. The immigration needs to expand, expand what they do with their time. How come over 200, 500 girls are leaving Nigeria almost
There's
every
still
day?
a lot of them.
Bringing them back is not a solution, but stopping them from going is the solution, right? Now, this trafficking is not only outside the country, it still happens inside Nigeria. A kid standing on the road to beg you, different traffic junctions in Nigeria, is also trafficking. Some of them are being trafficked and turned into beggars. The problem is really, really big. It's not about
bringing them back, and then you just bring them back, you do rehabilitation. A lot of them will still go back because these borders are porous.
Mm.
And again, a lot of families, one of the methods they use, the president of Nigeria in Ivory Coast is going to throw a little bit of light. So please don't wrap up. I know you people don't have time. You throw some light. I'll give him the floor. Some patterns. These people have a lot of patterns that needs to be exposed. One of them, December, when some of all these big girls, big auntie that made it abroad, when they come back, they stay in those villages. They start spraying money. Then the mother of all these children, some of them will just say, how did you get this money?
It's true.
From there, can you carry my daughter?
Right.
Like that, they carry the daughters.
It's
This
right.
thing started from Very Dark Man, but not really from Very Dark Man because it's what we have been doing since I was elected the president of the Nigerian community on the 29th May
Guys, please
2021.
like the live stream for me.
And since then till date, Nigerian community under my watch have succeeded in repatriating over 1,550 Nigerian girls, excluding this.
But we don't have a record
now.
of that. Where did
So
you show
I
it?
don't want to see
You have
this
a
as
record. Show it to
media
us.
paparazzi. I just want to see that there's reality, not to come to before the press and
I agree
say
with you,
we
Janet.
brought Nigerian girls that were trafficked to Cote d'Ivoire. I know very well, and they know too well. I have sent this message to the appropriate authority
Mm.
that Nigerians, mostly minors, are trapped in Cote d'Ivoire. Where they were trapped is in the forest.
In the forest.
Where they are
Wow.
where they are mining gold.
Wow.
Not like they don't mine gold in the city. It's only in the forest.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where they mine gold.
So are they
I
not
think
making
the
them to
federal
go
government
work?
of Nigeria will pay serious attention because most of these girls die in discourse.
Wow.
We know how many Nigerian girls we have buried over there
Oh
simply
my
because nobody
God.
to
Oh
locate.
my God.
And some of them die on the process through the farmer. They were
Oh my
being married to the farmer, sold to the farmer
Oh
over
my
there.
God.
There's nothing you can do to get them out of there.
Oh my
So
God.
I want the government, if we say we have government,
Oh my God.
let's pay serious attention
This
to
is
these
crazy.
menace that are facing these young girls. When you look at them, you see the joy
This is crazy.
that they exercised inside the aircraft when they were entering and when the plane landed was so much that shows that they went there not with their intention. Most of these girls were told that they are going to be selling in a boutique where they will be paid like 100,000 naira. And when they get to Cote d'Ivoire, they find themselves inside the forest. They will be asking questions. There will be no one to rescue them
Answer
at
them.
that junction. So, I just want the government, more especially this organ that called NAPTIP.
NAPTIP,
to
exactly.
come
They just,
down
I don't think they are functioning enough.
to the level of this girl to investigate very well to know
Exactly.
how they operate, those that are taking them to Cote d'Ivoire. Not
Guys,
only in
please
Cote
like this
d'Ivoire,
live stream for me. There's
Mali,
98 of you watching me.
Burkina
Please
Faso,
like the button. Press the
and
like button.
to Ghana. These are the 4 major countries in West Africa where you know that golds are being mined. So these are the areas where you see them in thousands. There
Oh
are
my
a
God.
city or a camp, let me not say city, there's a camp where you will get over 200 Nigerian girls.
Wow.
And greater number of them will be minor over there. So for me, as Michael Emeko Wuchelu, the president of the Nigerian community, will want to call more of the attention of the government.
Government
This
don't get
organ
our
that is
time.
taking care of this body to completely calm down. Get to the level of how to know what is happening, and you save more lives. This is just 75. We rescued over 150, but
Over 100.
just to, if it will interest you, that some of them we were overpowered to
Wow.
release some of these girls.
Wow.
So let's use what we have to get what we want, save the life of these girls. That's what I think.
Wow.
Okay, this, you know, when they say ghetto is full of hoodlums.
Yes,
And
you
that's
have weapons
where
and
these
stuff.
girls find themselves.
Mm.
And
when they were frightened, they would not want to miss. And whenever they try to escape from any, made attempt to escape, they will be punished very, very well.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
often the
I'm
case.
from Onshu State. I'm a Yoruba girl. So my name is okay. I'm from Onshu State. I'm a Yoruba girl. So, but I based in Edo State because my parents live in Edo State. So there
That's
was
one
a
of the
friend, one of my friend that told me that she's in Abidjan, that she's running supermarkets, that she would
market.
love me to come and work, that a month they pay like 200K, 300K. I said no problem. I said that I should don't worry about the transport because I told her that I don't have money. I'm able learning work. I'm just free with my work. I'm looking for money to buy machine because I learn tailor. I'm looking for money to buy machine to start up my own business. So he said that I should come, that he's going to pay for my transport. I said fine, no problem. The moment I got there, I was now asking her,
She
where is
speaks
this
well.
supermarket that you
She
told me
speaks
that you
good
are running?
English.
She said that it's a lie, there is no supermarket, there is prostitution work.
Oh my
I
God.
was like, why do you lie to me at the first? Say it's prostitution work, that she will be sleeping with different men, that she paid 3 million naira for my transport, that you sleep with different men, I will not pay her back the money. I said I cannot do that. I cannot do such thing. So she said that if I did not do
Really
that,
trying to
she
maintain
cut
my
my hair. She
yeah,
said that
this
she's
is
going to
sad.
take it to the Babalawo place to swear anything I
Hey.
see, I will be. So that is why I quickly run to the police to report to them, look at what I'm going through. Like now I really need help because I'm pregnant, 4 months
Hey,
pregnant.
she's
I've
pregnant.
not been going to antenatal because I don't have money for antenatal. I really
Oh,
need help because my parents, they are suffering. I need help. When we are in Abidjan, they start, we should don't worry that when we get here, our president.
guys, see, I always say to you guys that women are endangered species in Nigeria. Obviously, we talk about DVs and stuff, but look at how this young girl was lured by a friend to become a salesperson, and then she arrived in Abidjan and she's been told something else. God, this is sad. She's pregnant. It's crazy. It's crazy, and our Nigerian government don't care. Guys, you can hear her speak. She speaks fluently. And why did she fall into the hands of this her friend? She already have a hand job. She already has like a skill sewing clothes. She was how much is sewing machine here in the UK? You can buy a sewing machine to get her started for less than £100. If I go into Lidl there, the sewing machine that I use here to do my stuff here, I bought it for less than £100. This story is putting something in my mind, but I don't think I'll be able to do it on my own. This story of this young girl alone, because I know I can afford 5 sewing machine. So a friend of her lied to her. Like, guys, let's keep listening. Guys, I'm in tears right now, but let's
Tinubu is going to surprise us. He will give us money to start up a business. And I cannot ask my mom because it's only my mom that can. My mom is able to suffer. I don't have
welcome
that
life
again.
exactly.
So I cannot ask my mom to send me transport with my pregnancy. Even the guy that gave me the pregnancy, she said that he cannot accept the pregnancy again. I'm not
Hey,
going to antenatal. So I don't have any money. Even single money, I don't have. To even go back is a problem to me. That is only what I have to say. I need help.
this is sad.
Please, the president should help me. I really need help to take care of myself. I want to open a business. I learned tailoring. I'm 24 years old.
24 years
I
old.
learned tailoring. I'm looking for money to buy a machine to open my shop and to take care of my baby.
Guys, please like this live stream for me. The
It
more you
was,
like
I
it, we might be able
spent
to push it
2
further
months in
out.
Abidjan.
So how was pregnancy?
My pregnancy is 4 months. I got pregnant in Nigeria before going to Abidjan. So ever
Janet G, you can get a brand new sewing machine in Lidl for less than £100. Less than £100, a brand new one. We can get it here. Like me, obviously, like this is putting something in my mind, but obviously, me say I be person we need money. You can imagine because she was not able to get a tool. A friend easily lied to her. Oh God. Like, let's listen, guys.
Since I'm not be going to antenatal because I don't have money, and I've been going through a lot because my parents don't have money.
Did you sleep with them eventually?
Yeah, I sleep with different type of, because I don't know that I was pregnant. I sleep with different
Hey,
type of men to pay my madam 1.5 million naira. I sleep with different type of men. So
this
the
is
moment
crazy.
I told her that, look at what I'm going through, I'm having something in my stomach, she said that okay, she take me to the hospital. They took me to the hospital and they told her that I'm 4 months pregnant.
Told
She
him.
was asking me to do abortion, that I should remove the baby, I should remove the baby. I told her that I cannot remove it because the baby is already big. It's not even 1 month or 1 week. I said I cannot do that. So she started maltreating me, using stick to eat me, even send people. He send the brother to come and fight with me. They will kick me in my stomach, kick me in my chest.
Hey,
That's the reason why I gone to police to report, because I don't have any money to able transport, to able feed is a problem. So I really need help. Okay, the reaction for the police, they said that the woman is going to pay for my trip to this place, and because she spread my phone and she repair my phone finish.
hmm.
That was all. They didn't give me any money. No money was given to me to take care of myself, to take care of my baby.
So she do a shower work. They still did not pay her.
Traveling to Abuja.
Yeah, I regret, because it told me that it was supermarket. When get it there, it now said that it's prostitution work. I said
Hey,
I cannot do. So she even forced me, said that if I run, she's going to make me mad. She can use 3 million naira to swear babalawo so that that person will go mad. So because of the fear, and I said let me just work.
hey,
Okay. I'm from Iwa.
that's another
I'm
person. Oh,
17 years old, May
70 years
5,
old.
2008. I was learning work as Epoma when I saw one lady. He told me that I can sew. Let me go to country that they call
Hello,
Cote
everybody.
d'Ivoire.
You're welcome.
There is money in the country. When I look for
Yeah,
money
that's what
six
they do.
months, I'll come back to Nigeria. And I asked him which work. He now said that it's restaurant work. I
Restaurant.
will help them to sell food and they will pay me
Hmm.
1.5 million a month. And I said, okay, I'll go to the country. When we now reach border, they now be telling us that where are we going? We now say that we want to go and meet our sister. That's what we don't want to go and do in the village. We
This
now
is
say we want to go
crazy.
and sell restaurant food. Even give us money, we buy some food item in Nigeria, gari, yam, some things to buy them to go to Cote d'Ivoire. When we now reach Cote d'Ivoire, we now meet the lady. We now take us home, we now take our beds,
70
eat
years old.
food, and told us to sleep. We sleep, rest. They now say we should rest two
Same here,
days.
hour.
After the
Same
two
here.
days, now took us to the market, buy short clothes for us, short skirts. The next day, now take us to
Guys, please
one
like this live
village,
stream.
say that we are going to be hustling in this village. Now say, which hustle? You promised us that we are going to be selling food in the restaurant. Now say that to make pen, we will call boys to kill us. We now
Hey,
keep quiet. We now started to be hustled. We now paid the madam 1.5 million in Tifa.
hmm.
Before we paid the madam now used boys to threaten us. Before we now get information that they have one company that they call embassy, Nigerian embassy. We now run to that place. Now explain to the person now say that we should wait. They will bring us to Nigeria back. How
Hey,
many of we have 7 girls?
7 that were able to run.
Which kind of hustle are we doing there? Is a shower work.
And shower work.
So what's the name of the madam that you said that was that take you that took you to that place?
Mary.
Maybe what?
I don't know the surname.
Okay, but were your parents aware about your travel?
No. They
See,
told us do not tell
we're
our
going to talk
parents we are
about
going to
parents.
anywhere.
So
We're
We
you
going
don't.
to talk
get to
about
invite
parents
your
in this
parents
regard.
to consent.
Yes. They should not follow anybody to go to any country. If you want to go to any country, you go by yourself. Don't allow anybody to take you to the country because even though they tell you that you will sell food, do this, if you reach the country, it's a shower what they are going to use it to do.
I hope people that
I'm
some of them are
22.
listening. Oh,
I finished school last year.
now man be this
So
one.
this year, my sister traveled out last year. She was working with someone in a restaurant.
Help us ask our Janet.
So the woman needed someone to assist her more. like a guy. So this year I traveled since January, but when I traveled there, they have started deporting from the country because of papers stuff and all of that. To the extent that they don't give papers again, they have stopped giving papers. So I've entered the country, but about a few days they brought me back to the border because of their papers. I used to stay in the border there over 2 months, and I now traveled to Cote d'Ivoire to see if I can hustle something. I was there 2 months and for my sister to send money for me. So I now traveled to Cote d'Ivoire to see if I can work something out for myself. For me going there, I don't know anyone there, I don't have anywhere to stay, so I even met some of our Nigerians. I'll ask if they need someone that is looking for someone that will work for them. They'll say no, this one, that one. And the place that I'm saying, that is the park. They have started complaining, so I have to go back to the embassy and tell them that I want to come back to Nigeria. That is how they helped me out getting back here.
So which country do you first travel?
Mauritania.
Yeah, this one don't travel far.
I love Monday.com.
What's Monday.com?
What's wrong with this one now? What are you doing here? Sorry guys, I'm gonna let the art speak. Let me mute it so that the art can play and I can skip it. What do they want to do with the guy? I'm curious to know what happened to the guy. Okay, that's the end of it. That's the end of we don't have the full story of what happened to the guy. But guys, it's super sad. And I'm gonna go back to that VeryDarkMan's page now, obviously to read comments, and obviously I'm gonna read comments, and if you guys want to call in, do let me know. I'll happily drop the link. Let me remove this song because I was playing that music from that. I was playing that video from that channel just in case of copyright. So I would have loved to know what happened to that guy. I would have loved to know what happened to his story. So Janice said here that Janice is replying Abida saying so Kingibe is a complete waste of space and oxygen. Allegedly, did you hear a last statement saying all the youths do is shout? Yeah, exactly. In fact, I have that video, and I think I'm going to be talking about Peter sometimes during the week. At least the youth are shouting, but then yes, the youth are shouting, but they are not listening and they are not giving the youth the chance to speak. That's what is happening. Yes, he's traveled to Mauritania. I don't know. I would have loved to know what actually happened to that guy. Let's go read comments on VeryDarkMan's page, and then I'll drop the link if anybody wants to come in here and say a few things, and then we shall round up. Okay, we will round up. It's crazy, guys. Like, oh my god, at this Sunday morning, I'm just kind of like, that's the comment that Don Jazzy dropped there. You know, it's not really about the voice of the voiceless now. It's just about every Nigerian need to stand up for this. Okay, yes, we must give VeryDarkMan his flowers. He did well in this regard. And obviously, that's him there. So, in terms of me, I did say we're going to be talking about a few things. Some of the girls that we've spoken to. So, let's say the 17-year-old, we don't know how long she's traveled. I would imagine she was maybe below the age of 17 when she left. And also, all these people. So, from the beginning of that video, we watch on YouTube, it says that 2 of the people involved in this has been arrested. And I'm hoping that they'll be able to reveal the names of the other people who are also involved in this, because they have to start showing them shaggy. They have to start showing them that they're actually serious, that when you get arrested, you're going to face the full brunt of the law. And also, yes, just like VeryDarkMan said, and just like Airpeace manager said, that it is not just about bringing them back. They need to be rehabilitated. They need to be rehabilitated. It's not that this one now that you brought them back, you now send them back to their father's house. They need to be rehabilitated. They need to be counseled. Yes, they've put them in place that they're going to get checked. I pray that none of them come back with any diseases or any illnesses. They need to be rehabilitated. They need counseling and get them back into the society. Is it a trade? Is it get them a job or something? Don't just say you bring them back and then, you get them healthcare and what else? You put them back onto the streets. That's not how it works. You need to fully rehabilitate them. And also, the borders, just like we've been saying here, that every single Nigerian should be on the data. There should be a record of every single Nigerian in the country. Every single Nigerian that goes and come out. There should be a record for them. Because here in the UK, like I said, only if you go out through a means where your passport or your ID will not be required, that is when they might not have a record of you living in the country. But if you go out through any of the borders where your ID will be required, they can account for each and every citizen that is living and coming into the UK. They can actually get a record. They get a record of every single Brit that comes and goes out of this country. And those that came through the boat or whatever, there's a way, because the borders are there to document. Even if you're coming through the boat, as you reach the border, they are documenting you. They will wrote how you enter into the country into the documentations. Do we have the same as for Nigeria? No. NIN is meant to be free. It's meant to be free, but they are charging. Like I told you guys, when I went to Nigeria in 2021, even though I'm willing to go back, I'm desperate to go back to Nigeria because it's been a long time. I was told NIN is free, but no, I was charged 5 grand. And some people will say, "Oh, but yeah, you are in diaspora." I was not even relating with the people. It was my sister that was relating. I myself was like, but this thing is free, that blah 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 blah. And me, I was even speaking to my sister that, but we're told it's free. My sister was even laughing at me that, oh, she's better be looking. That let me deal with these people. 5,000 naira when we're told that it's meant to be free. Even Nigerians don't understand Nigeria. Haua. We that we are in diaspora, how do we want to understand Nigeria? The people who are in Nigeria who see everything happening, they don't even understand Nigeria. Talk more, say us where we are abroad. Yes, awareness needs to be done. Greater awareness needs to be done. And yes, in this regard, some of these girls as well, some of them are of age. They are of age. Why would your friend tell you to come and do something, and you do not take your own time? Yes, I know there's poverty in Nigeria. Like that girl that says she's 24 years old, her mother is poor. Your parents is poor. I don't even understand how a female or a child will even decide to leave their parents to go to a country where you don't know nobody. Yes, she was convinced by her friend, but then you live in your family. And if you think that it was really, really true, if you were convinced within your heart that what your friend was telling you is right, then why did you not tell your parent? Why did you not tell your mother that was where you were going? I'm sure if these children were truthful to their mom, if this particular girl was truthful to her mother would have probably discouraged her from going. Well, if I would have discouraged her from going. Like, country where you know sabi anybody. This your friend there. I would take no say she did okay for there. So some of these girls, some of them don't even tell their parents before they depart. Maybe if they've told their loved one, or if they've told somebody, that loved one could have dissuaded them from going. Yes, I understand there's poverty. They believe whatever their friend have told them. Now, oh, don't worry, now walk, only for them to get there. Yes, obviously somebody was trying to make a living. They would go. And then they turn them into a shower. And you guys heard from that chairman of Nigerian something, I can't remember what it is now, that they met with people who tried to stop them because they know that they're about to take all of their slave away from them. So they try to stop them. Nigerian government could do better. And in this case, I don't think Nigerian government I don't think they have the time for any Nigerian, because they are busy planning APC 2027. They do not care. And I'm surprised that obviously since this news has been out, I've only seen it twice I've only seen it in 2 social media places. This video that I saw on YouTube and on VeryDarkMan page. I've not seen any media house post about it either. Maybe today they are going to post it because it was this morning I saw this news. I know VeryDarkMan was working towards something like this, but it was this morning that I saw this news. So maybe social news media will start talking about it. Parents as well, we need to cast our eye on our children. We need to cast our eye on our children. And I'm going to keep saying this as a parent in Nigeria. If you can't afford the children, stop having these children. Please, stop having them. And I know parents will have children and their situation will change, which means that they might struggle to look after these children. If you're already struggling to take care of one, don't have any more. Don't have any more. Because I was just reading, was it yesterday? I was reading about Pella. That this lady was telling Pella that I'm sorry for the parent that put you through, because Pella was complaining about the fact that he's the one taking care of his family's responsibility. How old is Pella? I don't know his age. Why has he been placed in such responsibility at such age? What if he did not blow on TikTok? Will his family still be depending on him? So at times, some families, you need to get off your backside and go and make a living for yourself and stop pushing your children to go earn money for you. I know some parents will gladly sell their children, will gladly sell their kids, will gladly put their children in the position to be the income earner for their family. Get off your backside and act like a parent. I'm super, super upset about this news, especially looking at that lady now who is 24. She's pregnant. The pregnancy now, she don't do a shower work. She don't open left for so many man. We don't even know if at the end of the day, I wouldn't blame the boy that says that no, he's not going to take the pregnancy, because how is it sure that the pregnancy is because obviously she's done a shower with multiple men. We need to call out our government. Just like people said that Ireti Kingibe, we don't know what she's doing. We don't know what she's doing. She has not even finished caring about young Nigerian girls. Talk more say the one where they carry go abroad or where they carry go diaspora. See the story of these girls. I've actually attended an asylum case where somebody used this particular story to claim Aduro. This person used this particular story that that person carried that from Nigeria, enter Ivory Coast, from Ivory Coast they enter Italy, from Italy she do a shower there for 3 years. She know they collect money. After 3 years she was able to run because she meet somebody we love am, we can carry and come UK. From UK she meet another person. This person can't give am belle. As she can't give am belle, the person she realized that this person when they take and they do a shower again. Now so she run. From there she enter Scotland. This person in 6 months they gave her indefinite leave to remain. I was the one who interpreted that case for her. Obviously, she has all this mark on her body, mark of say where they impregnated her. They were able to take sample of all this, men's something from her body. All the stuff she gave. She gave all these names that if she talked to anybody, they said they would go and bring Babalawo. The Babalawo will buy her, blah, 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 blah. That was the story she used. And for the fact that she's been given indefinite leave to remain, the Home Office recognized her as a refugee, as somebody that has been trafficked. So the UK government are going to compensate her because they agreed based on her story that, within 6 months, in 6 months, they gave her indefinite leave to remain. In fact, she is in the process of bringing her other child that she left with her family in Nigeria. She's in the process of bringing her other child and her mother to Scotland. So I don't know the way forward here. Maybe, like I said, this is the time when Nigerians we've campaigned for VeryDarkMan to be released, and he's gone back to doing the things that he's been doing before they got him arrested. Now, this voice of Nigerians, we need to put our voices together. Jineji said they lure them with trust. Definitely, it's normal they do that. But then me, I'll be like, far away from home. What if person fly along the road? That's the kind of thought that will be coming. What if something happened to me? Yes, we've seen just like the story that Abby shared earlier on about the girl she met at the train station or at the airport, where it was her dad. Her dad. It's crazy, man. Yes, I've seen cases where some parents actually encourage their children to go. Say, yeah, go and bring money now. Look after my children. No, I want you to carry them out to come for me. Even though they know what the kind of job that their children, their daughter is going to be subjected to. And also, we need to start educating our young girls. Schools, maybe they need to incorporate this into the education system. You need to start educating people. You need to start educating them. If somebody tells you there's a job somewhere, do not go anywhere until you confirm yourself. We need to start educating them. Why are you going? Do you know what it's going to be like there? Jeneji said, Pella is in his mid-20s. All right, okay. But then he's still young. I don't know how many families he's catering for. But why are his families putting their responsibilities on his head? Parents intentionally use children as their retirement plan. Which African parent is not doing so? Me, I often talk about my own here now. All of them, they will be giving back to plenty children with the hope that when they are not able to work, their children will be the one looking after them. Children in diaspora do not think that way. They do not think that way. Abi said Pella is 20 years old. He's still young. He's still young, especially for somebody who will be saying no be family, push out to where you reach now. Especially for somebody who will say, we don't know if his family contributed to where he is today. But then his family is complaining. And then, what is it not easy? Easy came out to come and slag or talk about him, and he was given Easy 24 hours to apologize, or he was going to pull down Easy's TikTok page. All of that is crazy, man. Guys, I'm here for another 7 minutes, so I'm just going to quickly drop the link here. Maybe take 2 calls if anybody's willing to come share 1 or 2 things. Just 2 calls. That's what I'm taking because I only intend to be here for an hour. Take 2 calls and then we'll round up this live stream. But then Nigerian government needs to do better. And with that being said, I don't think our government has the time for anybody. They never look after the ones within Nigeria. And the one way they don't conquer, they come off for Nigeria, they want to look after. They will be asking for a broom. Exactly. I don't think our Nigerian government I don't think they are ready. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. It's a shame that this happened, but then I'm super happy. Like I said, I'm going to give VeryDarkMan his accolades. I'm going to give him his flowers. This is a job well done. I applaud him for that. I applaud him for that. It takes, like I said, it takes somebody. That's why we're still talking about this, all this entitlement, whatever thing. It takes somebody with a good heart. It takes somebody who actually cares about somebody else to be able to go to this extent. Yes, people donated money, NGO money. You donated 20 million through the process of bringing these children back, these ladies back. And then flowers to Air Peace Manager as well, who decided to bring these ladies back free of charge. I hope Nigerian government is able to refund him that 400 million naira he allegedly, lost in the process. Hello, Janet G. Welcome.
Hi.
Good
That
morning.
mum of five, good morning. Oh, it's afternoon out here
Yeah,
in
it's
Dubai, but
absolutely,
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really, really sad what's happening. Like we've been discussing in the chat.
Yeah.
This situation is very, very widespread. I mean, we're talking only 78 brought back. I'm sure there are thousands and thousands that are currently in that situation right now.
Yeah.
And I want to commend VeryDarkMan for
Yeah.
bouncing right back and just getting back to what he was doing before the whole EFCC drama. This is what the government should be taking care of. Like I was saying in the chat, what is Senator Ireti Kingibe doing?
She's busy fighting for Akpabio.
Priorities, man. They just don't care. And she made a statement the other day that all the youth know how to do is shout. This is what we're shouting about. What is she doing? Well, what are these people doing?
Honestly.
And they don't care until when it's time for voting, and they start distributing rice to poor people.
Distributing rice, distributing T-shirt, as if it's T-shirt that is going to make their life better.
Exactly. To get votes. So this is why I know that the fact that they don't want to alleviate poverty is by design, because it works in their favor. How can girls be transported across the border with no passports? No, there's we don't know their names. How? That's because there's someone in the immigration probably that's collecting a backhand payment.
Yeah, exactly. Possibly, it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. Because it's just I just don't understand. And the fact is that this trafficking is even happening within the country as well. Within the country, not even outside, going outside. People are trafficking their kids left, right, and center, making them go and be house help for somebody, and the people that they're staying with ends up abusing them. You don't know what's happening.
Exactly.
And and it's just really, really sad. But well done to VDM for staying the cause. And anyone that hates VDM has got serious problems. I don't care that he's a bit brash sometimes and he can be a bit sexist, but he gets the job done. No one's going to be perfect, and but he's doing what the government should be doing. NAPTIP is so badly funded. He had to give them 20 million to help them do their job. Imagine an organization that's supposed to help with trafficking. They should be funded with billions.
In fact, they should be one. They should have a system of roaming each and every border.
Absolutely.
Like every week, accounting who left, who came back, who left, who came back. They should be doing that. But they sit on their backside. Even at times, even though I don't like the way VeryDarkMan was calling Abike Darby, because it was very, very quite rude towards her. But there's a way you can put your matters across without being rude.
Some people deserve the rudeness, sis. They deserve it. They deserve the rudeness to be given that kick up the butt to tell them that, look, you're not doing your job properly. She deserves to be called out. I don't care. I think Nigeria's just obsessed with this age thing. No, respect is earned, man. It's earned. Do your job and people will respect you by default.
Yeah.
You earn respect. It's not assigned to you because you've acquired a number of years on the planet.
Yeah.
That's not how I think respect should work. The whole point of age was the assumption that the older you are, the better you know.
Yeah, true.
That's the assumption that the older you are, the better you know, the more effective you are. You pass wisdom down to the next generation. You're useful in that way. But when you show yourself to be otherwise, respect is a privilege that should be withdrawn. I'm sorry, he had every right calling her out like that. See, what did she do after that when he called her out? She got to work.
Yeah, exactly. She did.
Got to work.
She did, and then she brought cameras to say, "Oh, look at the people."
Exactly. See what I've been doing.
VeryDarkMan still dragged down on top of that still.
Exactly. They all need to kick up the behind. All that respect is just is lulling them into a false sense of they accomplished what they need to do simply because they're in that position.
Yeah.
So this is really, really sad what's happening. It's happening, and it will continue to happen. They should have like PSAs, all those billboards to say, okay, beware of human traffickers, they're going to deceive you, blah blah blah, don't do it. That should be all over the shop. It should be everywhere. It should be part of what they're taught in school, as part of social studies that they're taught in schools. This is that our schools are just I could go on, sis. I don't want to take all your time. I know you've got a limited amount of time. But keep doing what you're doing. I love what you do and want to keep supporting you.
Thank you so
much. Yeah, keep it up.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks you. Right. Hello, Abby. Welcome. Unmute yourself.
Hello. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Hello, Gen Z president.
Hello. So first things first, I think that just like Pella said, the pressure sometimes on children to provide for their parents is ridiculous, and actually it is the job of a parent to provide.
Yes.
I've always said on this channel, children don't often ask to be brought to the world, and most of the time parents actually have children out of their own selfish interests because that is what you believe is next. Just yesterday we spoke about the idea of being together as a couple and establishing yourselves before you bring children into the world, and most especially having the number of children that you can actually cater to. So there's that. So I think that even with the PSAs and the what's it called, and the news and awareness, I think there's a lot of, we actually underestimate the amount of parents that actually are aware and feel like they have no other options, right? So like I said shared in the chat that I was at St. King's Cross early last year. I went to Paris, and that's when, on my way back from Paris, as you guys know, from the UK, you can take a train to Paris, about 2.5 hours. So that's where I saw this girl. Now, this is not unusual for me. I've seen younger girls from time to time. In fact, I've had at least 2 or 3 experiences where a young girl has come to sit beside me at the train station and said, "Can I sit with you? There's a man following me, or there's a man watching me funny." And I just, sit with them and make them know that they're not alone. So I've had those situations in the past, and I've, made sure they got home safely and all. So for me, it's something that I kind of look out for occasionally. So I just assumed she was actually quite a smallish girl. So I didn't even know she was up to 19. I thought that she was much younger. And I assumed it would be a case of, oh, I'm stranded, I need 20 pounds to get home. That happens a lot in train stations, Momo 5. I'm sure you've experienced that. People just need to change 5 pounds, something, their Oyster. If you're from London, we use something called an Oyster card. The Oyster is not working and stuff like that, which these days we have contactless. So I'm in situations where I just use my other card to pay for them to go through sometimes. Just so that you're not stranded. I thought it was something like that, but it ended up being a big issue. I ended up having to be part of a police investigation for a while, for about 3 months, no joke, because it became a deep issue of like a connect where there's a bigger network of these madams and teams and all of that stuff that exchange girls between European countries. So you can be surprised the network, which includes immigration officers, customs officers, and all sorts. And this is in the UK. This one particular one was between UK and France. So imagine what happens in Nigeria, where there's complete lawlessness and it's very easy for bribery and corruption to take place. Imagine that happening, right? So of course, because of that issue, it made me kind of research more, and I started to learn about like I don't want to bring up any stereotypes, but I started to learn about Romanian girls and stuff like that, which are a very big part of the prostitution
Yeah.
and what's it called network in Europe and stuff like that. If anyone is curious, I'm sure anyone can do their research. But it's quite an it's quite an interesting, well, sad but interesting topic that I kind of found myself going into early last year. Anyway, so I helped the girl temporarily, and then until the police would get involved and sort her case out. And she actually is currently in the UK and she's in college. We talk from time to time for the
That's good.
and socials and all. So I just wanted to share that anyway. But yeah, so with Nigeria, I think that there's also the case of desperation as well, which is why everything, a lot of things that we go through still boils down to what the government is doing. Because
Yeah.
if are less desperate to get out of poverty or to get out of this terrible situation, dire situations, we wouldn't really be having a lot of these topics. Don't get me wrong, regardless, there's always people that would do something wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that the amount of people going through, whether it's the issues that we have with the men buying their girlfriends for money, all of that stuff, I think it is more alarming these days, and is actually a lot because there's also that desperation of wanting to make it. There's somebody, it was VDM actually, I think, that started this topic. I didn't watch the video, but I watched it from somewhere else, I think another blog or something, where he spoke about, I think it was when E-Money was arrested by AFCC, where they said at the end of the day, you have a lot of businessmen, whether their money is legal or illegal, that's not even the point, but they
Yeah.
are splurging money so bad. Look at the party, how many day events Obi Kubana did for his birthday. Yes, it's a big number, but you have all these young boys that look up to you and cannot phantom, like they can't understand how
Yeah.
you make money, and you're not exactly explaining in a way that makes sense. I don't know if
True.
what I'm saying makes sense.
Yeah.
So we're just seeing that you're spending this money. Like we don't actually really know what you do and how you've come to this point. Let's be honest. But and I kind of don't like that imbalance in information where we are seeing you spend a lot of money, splurging a lot of money, buying G wagons and all of that stuff, but we're not seeing how you started
How
and
you started. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
an imbalance of information, in my opinion, on social
Yeah.
media. And
I
that's why
agree with you.
sometimes I don't like social media. So the young people that are looking up to you cannot understand process.
Mm.
They just see boom, they're spraying dollars.
Mm.
Boom, people are traveling in private jets from all over the world to come celebrate with you. Boom, it's a 7-day event or however many days he used to celebrate his birthday. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense. No, now can you see how that part of the world, there are lots of younger boys that now think that, oh, clearly it has to be illegal money. Oh, clearly it has to be money rituals. It has to be this, it has to be that. These are some of the issues that seem very little, but add to all of this, whatever. Even if you say you're going to have the PSAs, you're going to put it, have make sure there's awareness and stuff. There's still people that feel like, what we're talking about yesterday with immigration, when I get there, I go rough am.
Exactly.
That's the mentality of the average Nigerian, including me that is here. And I'm not comparing myself because I think there's still a privilege that comes with me being here. But I'm just saying that even me that is here, there are exams that I want to write that I know that I've not finished reading. I'm like, don't worry. Somehow, I think that's an average Nigerian
Yes.
mentalities that we can fix it. We have the black man blood in us and we will do it. Unfortunately, but in some situations, that mentality is very dangerous and
Yeah.
extreme and would never make sense. So that's that. I also want to add, lastly, that the immigration custom system that they can be so complacent. That is why, for instance, if we go to Nigeria now, Momo 5,
Yeah.
I don't want customs to delay me further. We know what they're looking for.
Yes.
Meanwhile, they should actually want to check my bags if they're concerned about certain things. But why can't I just pay my way through? That's another issue, right?
Yeah.
And then I was going to say that when I first came to this country, I had a slight issue. I think there was a case of Nigerian booklets, like the passport booklets not being available. So I had
Yes.
just come here on my British passport, only for me to want to go back and find out that that was wrong because I shouldn't have done that, but somebody let me do that. So my
Yes.
point is sometimes they are often complacent, where the idea at that time was, well, the country you're going to, you have their passport, so there's no need, which of course, when you come back to the UK, no one is checking your Nigerian passport. But it is wrong because Nigerian immigration should stamp your Nigerian passport to say that you're leaving. That's the only way keep records that you left.
Yeah.
So why did somebody just let me go? Only for me to want to go back to Nigeria, and it was not a whole complication. Your passport is in Nigeria, and I had to have an ETC and go through that whole process. And I think I had to have a visa on my British passport to be able to go back, even as a Nigerian. But that is actually somebody being complacent, because actually, you should have told my parents. I was quite young, by the way. I remember this story. You should have told my parents that she can't go. I had a school interview. That's why I was rushing to come to the UK. I had an interview for college, but they should have said she can't go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. So that rule should apply across the board. Maybe it did not apply to me for whatever reason, but that's part of the issue, even using myself as an example. So that's all I have to add. Have a good Sunday, everybody.
Thank you so much, Abby. Thank you for that input. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, and I've got Life with Natu. Hey, I hope she's back in the US. So this one that she's here with us. Hello, Natu.
What is it? What is it? You people are just hating on me just because I want to enjoy myself small.
I'll be like, for you, where is she? Oh, where is she?
You people should rest. I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I've been missing your life these few days because I'm be jet lagged. So sometimes I just wake up and find out, I'm like, oh my God, when did she do all that this morning? But thank you for always speaking on this topics honestly. You have no idea what you're doing, but I believe that at some point you'll be able to see the work that you're putting in and the results. We need more people to talk about this. I just came out from Nigeria. It's really sad. In the short let that I stayed, there's a little girl that's like 19 that's part of the cleaners. When I saw her, my heart sank because I had nieces that are in school. So I had to ask her. I didn't say anything to her. I just took her information. I told her to give me her phone number. I just took her information because my state has a new university now that they'll soon start enrolling students. And I was trying to see because my foundation has a site for education, but we've not started yet because we don't have funding. But for some particular reason, that girl's this thing, she looks so innocent and she's hardworking. And every time they come to clean my room, she does it like really well. And I'm like, oh my God, why is this girl not in school? I'm like, did you write jam this year? She said no. That the other time she writes, she didn't get, but this year she didn't write. But you could see that it's an issue of funding. You understand? So these are the girls that people that are very vulnerable and people take advantage of. But the country doesn't worry bother about that. We'll go to restaurants. People that work in hotels now in Nigeria will work 3 to 4 days straight before you take a break. Yes, because of cost of living, transportation, they don't want to be going back and come back every day. Their salary is just 30K or 40K, so it's not enough to take care of them. And there was a day that me and my husband went to eat. We ordered. My husband doesn't want his chicken being put in sauce, and he told the girl to bring it without the sauce. But she brought in the sauce. But you could see her face that she was tired. They're like not smiling. And I just told my husband, please, let's go. Don't take it past now. And when we got to the class, trying to explain like these people work 3 to 4 days straight. So at some point, their system is beginning to shut down. And these people that are working 3 to 4, it's not like they are old people, they are young people too. Very, very young people trying to survive. So I don't think the country is not, these people at the top are just worried about themselves. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're not worried about the people. They're not putting anything in place to be able to help the people. They don't have policies or regulations in place for people that have like hotels and organizations. Like, okay, if you have to work, people work 3 days straight. They have to have breaks in between to be able to go to sleep. So you have to provide a place for them that they will be able to sleep. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So even if somebody's working 24 hours, so you're going to be like you're on call. So while somebody is there at the front desk waiting, the other person can go take a nap. But you could see them taking naps on their decks.
And that shouldn't be.
Yeah, you're entering Uber, you're paying 7K, the car does not have AC because the people don't have. Well, listen, it's a lot. Nigeria is going through a lot. And like I said on Ben's show yesterday, is it Ben or Adana? I said I'm not a fan of video, but you see this boy, he's their medicine.
He is, oh.
He's their medicine and he's their vaccine. He's gonna deal with them.
He's gonna give them.
So that's what I'm saying. And because they know that they are at this point where they can't do anything. Vivian is like that child that you refuse to train.
another
And I
person.
will come.
There's another person I want you guys to keep an eye out for. He wrote to the House of Senate. I'm going to pop his name in the comment section. He actually met with Kingibe. I put his name in the comment section. You guys should go and find him on TikTok. I mean on Instagram.
Oh, I know him. That guy that talks non-stop.
That one too. He has also always been talking about now.
Let me tell you why I like that one. That one talks, but he talks respectfully.
Yeah. He has started putting with it. He said that this House of Parliament, you have taken Alejo with it. Your Alejo with it is here. So you can't say you did not see our petition. If we give you 30 days, you don't respond, all of us we are coming here. I watched that video and I'm like, yes, this is the kind of course I would put my
You know that our representative forgets that the position that they are in, it is not an appointment, it's an election.
yeah.
So sometimes I ask myself, do Nigerians really even know the power that they have?
Lovers, life is after sorry. Let me just quickly say this. Somebody just PayPal me £63. Hey, thank you so much. This birthday, I will be eating Chinese in the restaurant.
Oh my goodness.
I'll be eating
Goodness,
Chinese in
sir.
the restaurant on my birthday. Thank you so much. I just saw the
Well deserved. Well deserved. And I see all your work on the weight loss. You're doing great.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So honestly speaking, right, they forget that these positions are being elected. Like the people put you there, and they feel like the people don't have the right to ask them. So because in the past they have not been held accountable, and they feel that nobody can hold them accountable. I've said it again and I repeat it here. I don't find people who go fix Nigeria. Oh. Gen Z and Generation Alpha, and then go fix Nigeria because
Exactly.
those they belong to the accountability WhatsApp group. You can't tell them shit. Let me tell you, my nieces and nephews, when I promise them stuff, I would rather promise my sister stuff and not fulfill than
Yeah.
promise my nephews and nieces stuff and not fulfill. They're gonna remind you. They'll tell you about yourself.
Yeah.
They're gonna tell you about yourself. So what they are doing, 100% with it because these people feel like they're not accountable to anybody. And lastly, talking about parents and their kids, I just pray that our own generation will take the cue from this and understand our children are not a retirement plan.
Yeah.
Your children are not a retirement plan. Stop putting your life on hold for your children. Do the things that you're supposed to do. Don't say, "Oh, I'm moving to America because I want a better life for my children." No, want a better life for yourself. Because
Exactly.
these children are selfish. They
See,
are very, very
how many weeks ago was I tell you that my oldest daughter, you have passed your boundary if you ask her for money. You have passed because you are asking her like this, she's giving you less than 10 seconds or 1 hour later, she's asking you back. Thank God I've not overstepped my boundary with her. Look with that money, she does.
But when they come to you, they know how to text you.
They know how to
Can I
text
have
you.
this? Can I have that? Can I have this? Can I have that? And I
So
was saying something to my cousin recently. I said people need to
if you're a parent
go
that
ahead.
you're at your retirement thing, well, they will go and throw you in a care home.
That's if they take you to care home. That's if they take you. Yeah. That's if they take you. They live in your house by yourself.
Exactly.
With your hair care home. Huh.
Let me
Yeah. So we also have to know that especially I think my people from the north are very notorious for this act. They will they'll have plenty kids just because they want somebody that will take care of them in the future.
yeah.
So know this and know peace that your children are not a retirement plan. Work for yourself, take care of yourself. Why you're making like the show that Brother Ben did yesterday. Some parents will work their butt off so that the children will not have student loan. And then the other children start working. One older lady that I know made sure that all her 4 kids went to school without student loan in America. They are Nigerians. She said for a while she was bitter about her kids, so she had to go through therapy. This person is almost 70, I'm telling you. She said that one of her daughters, that anytime she sees something and she's like, "Oh, where did you get this? I like it." The daughter will send the link to her to buy.
Buy. But not buy for
If,
her.
yeah, even if it's $20, she sends the link to her and tell her to buy. I'm not joking. So I love when people share those stories with us because it gives you an upper hand. Like, well, you have to live life for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to. One of my friends has a 1-year-old son and an autistic 7-year-old, and she's going to on vacation next week. She's leaving them with the dad and the grandma. She says, "See, they'll be all right. Please let me take a break." I say, "You have to leave. You have to
Yes.
leave. Go and refresh. Go and rejuvenate and come back." Because let me
Yeah.
tell you, your children deserves that good part of you. Your children deserve that healthy and rested part of you. So I just hope
Yes.
our generation will learn. But for Pella, I'm praying for him because that boy is too young. Sorry, sis. And lastly, you see this pressure that parents are putting on children. This thing that Abby just spoke about, I wanted to buttress on it. You will see young children in Nigeria now 20, 21, 22 driving expensive cars. You don't know where they get the money from because the people that are mentoring them are not telling them what they are doing, and they feel in their mind this is what they are doing and there's nothing wrong in it because people will just assume, this guy that's spending money and he didn't suffer for it, he's doing Yahoo. So let me go and do. And they'll be doing it, and then the parents will be collecting those money from those kids and be spending. How can you have a 21 or 22-year-old child that you didn't send to school or didn't go to school or you didn't even know the work that they are doing? Even someone that is doing IT in Nigeria is not collecting 1 million a year, but that child is spending money on you guys and you saying the boy is doing business or the girl is doing
Exactly.
business. What type of business? Have they shown you the return on their business and you see what they are doing? But I'm telling you, the thing is becoming so rampant right now. Parents are the one that are putting pressure on their children.
Exactly. It's
I'm not
true.
making this up.
It's true.
They
It's
say,
true.
see your mates. See your
Yeah.
mates, what they are
Have you?
doing. I know a family member, his son, I think his son should be around 21 or 22. Rumor has it that this boy is into dubious stuff. And I think my cousin knows what the boy is doing. But your son took you went to a club with your friends and your son was buying drinks for you. What work was he doing that he's buying drinks for you?
Exactly.
Do
Especially
you
a child,
understand?
especially a child where you know send go school. You know send
Do
make you
you
go
understand?
work. And they're now
The
depending
picture
on
where they sent him to school and we've been having reports that the boy is not going to classes. We've been having reports that the boy is not going to classes. So it is just so sad, but I just hope that parents will learn, stop putting pressure on your children, telling them that look at what your mate is doing. Your mates are the one that took their children abroad to school. Did you take your children abroad to school? They're telling your children, look at your mate. Sometimes some parents will start getting it back in their own coin. Honestly speaking. Honestly speaking. But I just pray people's eyes will open. Generations Alpha and Gen Z, please I'm praying for and I God save Nigeria at this point because that accountability WhatsApp group needs to be in full function. And I hope that 2027 will be an eye opener to a lot of politicians that feel that they can maneuver their way through. I hope that the people know the power that they possess. It's just like you having a driver and you can't drive. Don't understand what I'm saying. You
yeah.
have a driver, you are the mercy of your driver.
Mm-hmm.
If only you know how powerful your driver, he can take you to the bush, he can take you to kidnappers, he can decide to drive the car inside the lagoon.
And
There's
said
nothing you can do about it.
transfer me 20 mila. If you not transfer me 20 meter, you are not
Do you
living here.
understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I really wish they know the power that Nigerians know the power that they have. But Nigeria is in a deep mess. I was telling you on Guberna's show yesterday. Police is checking car papers, soldier is taking car papers, VIO is taking car papers, road safety is taking car papers, AMAC, local government people are taking car papers. I'm not joking. AMAC.
Can you
AMAC cause accident for my friends. AMAC local government no get uniform. Now one pin afford they put on top. It cause accident. So it's a lot. It is a
Right.
lot.
So the people are asking what is the name of your foundation. So they might be interested. They might want to be a donator or whatever. So I
Oh
don't know.
my goodness.
So they asked for
Oh,
the name
it's
of the foundation,
it's on
please.
Instagram. It's not to Susie Hope Foundation.
So if you have the chance, put it in the comment section, and Abby will do how she would normally do, and then
Oh my God, thank you.
so that everybody can also go in there. And also, I believe Natu also sell fragrances. So if you're in the US, please drop your Instagram handle as well in the chats so that those who are in your city or in your location can shop your fragrance business as well.
Today, are you sure today is your birthday or today is my day?
Today is your
Today
day.
Thank you.
So please feel free to drop your business handle on Instagram and the website. Please drop it in the comment section. And guys, please look into the comments. You will find the name of Natu's organization, and you also find the name of our fragrance business. So she sell perfume. I'm sure I've checked that out on Instagram, but I've not had the opportunity of testing out this fragrance because she did for Obodo America. But at some point,
I will ship to you to UK. Just inbox me your address. Seriously, I'll ship to you.
no problem. I will send you a DM on my
Mhm.
Instagram. So guys,
No problem.
in the comments. So the name of your organization is Natu Susie Hope Foundation. So guys, go look it up. I'm sure she's on Instagram as well. And yes, go check out our side business of body fragrances and all good stuff for the skin. So Abby has already dropped the link to the foundation as well. So please go look through that. And yeah, Sister Natu, thank you so much for your contribution.
My pleasure.
We have another live stream, but I'm going to let's quickly.
What time? What time?
I think the notification already sent you notification. It should be in about half an hour, but I want to quickly drive.
Okay.
And then we'll finish
okay.
this. So we won't be long. I want to introduce us to Randy Peters. So this is another person that said that I will fully follow anything he's doing. So let me share the page with you and let's listen to what he has to say, because he actually met with Ireti Kingibe. So let's watch.
Tomorrow we go to talk side, they shout electoral reform. I tell when I say, if we are not join hand, me alone, I go borrow transport from OP, come National Assembly. We don't come to see Senate leadership and House of Reps leadership to submit our own documentary, communicate. We need electoral reform, and we are giving them 30 days for them to begin to attend to that. If not, we go come sleep for here with Akpabio for all of them. So Senator Akpabio, all of us will go come. It is electoral reform. We go there now, we go give them. Nigerian youth, bloggers, everybody, make una tell them. If you are an activist for Nigeria today and you are not talking about how election 2027 go good, how government go good, then you are being mischievous. Senator Ireti, she said the youth, we only complain, we insult, we murmur and grumble, we know they do anything. We don't come now, we are not, she said we are not having meaningful conversation. So make we go find Senator Ireti. Maybe we can have meaningful conversation on how INEC must better. Upon this INEC, I think, Nanai boss carry me come, Nanai boss I go take, go back. But you see this INEC matter, we must prosecute it to a reasonable conclusion. To tell all of them, Tunde not Insta blog, 30 days challenge, now we go give them. Make them begin to think of how INEC go better. Upon that, if not after that 30 days, Nigerian youth is up to now. Make them no talk, say we talk, we no do action. We don't come, Senate President, House of Reps Speaker, INEC, upon this INEC, I mount. Film the National Assembly where we film and where. The Senate and everywhere. Make we they go find them to drop our letter. This Nigeria must work in my lifetime.
They must hear word.
We live for this country. Exactly. Okay, Nigerians, no be said tomorrow we go to talk side, they shout electoral reform.
Let me play the next one because he actually
More five, hold on, before you play, let me say something real quick. I said something to people that have been bothering me, and I'm so happy this guy is saying it. When our parents came to school in America in the 80s, after they finished, America offered them green cards in line to get citizenship. Our parents refused to stay. They took us back home. Do you understand? Because Nigeria was working at that time. And I keep asking myself, will I be able to make the same decision for my kids? And I say it all the time. Our parents taking us back home has been one of the best things that they've done for us. But I don't think I'll take the same risk on my children. And it's bothering me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so when Randy Peters said
as well that I want to take my kids to Nigeria. But then I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that decision, you know?
Yes. And so when he said that Nigeria must work in his lifetime, like I just connected to it. Like it has to work because God, oh my God, just play the next video.
Yeah. Right,
it's sad.
This guy is not joking with them. They told him that he did not submit the petition well. He went back and submitted again. Let's work
on the petition to National Assembly for electoral reform. I not given an update yesterday because we were not able to submit it at Office of Senate President. They said that we no address them properly and all of that. I said no matter the frustration we mount on this electoral reform, we don't go readdress them everything. We don't carry. Now we have submitted one for Office of Senate President. We met with the Chief of Staff to the Senate President, Chief Godswill Oboda Akpabio, and the Honorable Speaker House of Reps, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. Nigerians, there is nothing where they knew for this electoral reform petition where we they put. Our demand is to make electronic transmission of result mandatory. The picking of INEC chairman to become more transparent and every other thing. The only difference we go make this one work, make I tell on our Nigerians, is if all of us decide to put the maximum civil pressure on National Assembly. Not the other one where all of us they sit down, they talk, say APC government, they no go down, they no go do because we never put pressure on them to do them. So this 30 days challenge, Nigerians, I kneel down for National Assembly. They beg all of you Nigerians, if you want this thing to work, say 2027, make it better, trend the hashtag 30 days, fix INEC, electoral reform, immediate transmission of result. I beg with our Nigerians, if you not put the pressure, there is no way it will work. As far as everybody continue to discuss them, after that 30 days, Senator Godswill Akpabio, I come your office, I meet your absence. So the next time we will go come, make we try meet your presence too, because and we ensure say that make your people where they there, make they tell you because they go see them for social media. Make you see them after these 30 days. If we are not fix this INEC, if we are not begin this electoral reform for us to ensure say the Ori Buruku and Oshiwe INEC do 2023 no repeat itself. Now this National Assembly see film the compound where the big ego accommodate us. Now here we go come camp with una. Come sleep here until we obtain this electoral reform. Because if this country is a democracy, democracy is government of the people. We must be able to pick our leaders, even if na goats Nigerians won't pick. I know mind. I know Kuku no Obi. I know no Atiku. I know no Tinubu. I've never met any of them. I don't want even meet any of them. Just get a system. Let Nigerians pick their leaders in a free, fair, credible, and peaceful manner. Anybody that emerges, let it be so. Let the will of the people prevail. That is the only way we can say this is a democracy. I be who they fear in a free and fair election. Should be President Tinubu na Jagaban. We can control rivers him to now in own. Everybody holding own constituency. So who is afraid of free and fair elections? Let us ensure this electoral reform passes and let Nigerians do the right thing for ourselves. These are the petitions. Acknowledge copy, Honorable Speaker. Acknowledge copy, Senate President. May God help Nigeria. So justice for Nigeria, Peter for Nigeria. This Nigeria, this INEC matter, now here we pino. Because this Nigeria, me, I know die here, I live here. I know be criminal, I know be thief. This country must work in our lifetime. So anything when we now want to do for these 30 days, now we go talk them. Exactly. We don't begin them. We not be say we go, they say we they talk, no action. No action don't start now, Nigerians. 30 days fix INEC challenge. Exactly. I beg una, with anything when una they say, I take go beg una. Before I can't die before, because of INEC matter. INEC! You know, go kill your papa. Peter for Nigeria. All right, Nigeria.
So you already submitted, and yes, guy made.
All right, so Senator Ireti Kingigbe, I take go beg when anybody wey sabi Senator Ireti handle, you should tag her to this video so that Senator Ireti can see this video. Senator Ireti, you said that Nigerian youth, the only thing where we they do is to murmur, to complain, and to insult. That we are not having any constructive conversation on how country to better. Senator Ireti, I am not ready to have constructive conversation. I am in National Assembly. We carry petition come for electoral reform. We don't drop one in the office of Senate President, one in the office of Honorable Speaker. Senator Reti, please, where are you? I don't look for your office. They say that you are not around. Me, Peter, on behalf of Nigerians, I nominate myself as unofficial spokes individuals, as spokespersons. Senator Reti, anywhere you want, make we meet for this Abuja. We are ready because we want people to pursue this electoral reform for us. Yes. Opposition lawmakers, every lawmaker. Senator Reti, on behalf of Nigerians, I beg you, we want to have constructive conversation now. We are ready. Yeah. We are no longer murmuring or grumbling. We are taking reasonable action. Senator Reti, wherever you did, just come out so that we as Nigerian youth, we can have this conversation. Anywhere where you choose, we go meet you there. Exactly. If it means to borrow transport, come, we go just come meet you there. We need to talk about this country and 2027 election. Nigerians are tired. Nigerians, they crumble. Nigerians, they complain. Yes, we no want insult and talk alone again. We want reasonable action. We are ready, Senator Reti. Yeah. Please help me tag Senator Reti Kingigbe, Abuja FCT Senator. Ma, we know, I know the insult again. No, I need your attention here. Me, Peter for Nigeria. Justice for Nigeria.
See, it is not about shouting, being insulted.
Okay, fellow Nigerians, just immediately we put out the message calling on the FCT Senator, Senator Reti Kingigbe, to assist Nigerians in the petition we have already submitted to the leadership of the National Assembly. The Senator herself reached out and has called us to come and meet with her to hear directly what exactly are the concerns and what we want. And that is why we are standing here right now with Senator Ireti Kingigbe, Senator representing the FCT. Ma, thank you very much for this, for the opportunity to listen to us. Our requests are not many. Nigerians need an opportunity to be able to elect their leaders, and if they fail to perform, for us to be able to vote them out. We believe that the arrogance of politicians is in a criminal and corrupt electoral system, and that is why this fight is what Nigerians want to take. And we know that with your help as a senator, and also in the Senate Committee on Electoral Reform, that your voice is instrumental. And just as you have done with every other assignment since you assumed office in your 2 years, your records are there. I follow them personally. We see what you are doing, and we believe that you will not be tired. And whatever you will do to advance this cause, both at the committee level and at the House, at the Senate floor, to help us get this electoral reform, to reform INEC for Nigerian youth. Please, man, we appeal to you. Help Nigerian youth. You are our mother. You are a mother. You are our senator. And we are calling upon you. Nigerian youth, you are like children who have been left as orphans or predators to prey on us. Whatever you can, man, do this as your gift to Nigerian youth, and we will never forget this, man.
Exactly. Thank you.
This guy is good. This guy is good.
To respond. to my constituents when they call on me, and that's why I reached out to say, come, what are you screaming my name for? Come and tell me what is bothering you. Let me know and give me a copy of this petition. Let me follow it up with the leadership of the National Assembly.
Action. And then no speak. Action.
So on behalf of NACO, that's the Nigerian Electoral Reform Coalition, which is a body that embodies most of the Nigerian youth organizations, religious bodies across Nigeria. We are officially now, and I'm the convener, and I'm officially handing over the petition to you. I'm believing as our mouthpiece has spoken already, our PRO, that the words, the work that you have already started, that you will press down on this for us and help the Nigerian people to get this work done. And we will be grateful.
Thank you. I promise, as I've always done, I will do my best. As I've said, I come with a lot of goodwill for the people. I will do my best to see what can be.
All wisdom and grace to you, man. Thank you. Okay, fellow Nigerians.
I saw the 109 senators of the Federal Republic of.
So, guys, this is somebody you need to go and follow. Like I said, I will follow this movement with all my mind. I will always bring it on my channel here because people say, "Hey, you that you're in diaspora, what are you doing? What are you doing?" What I am doing now. This is what I am doing in my own.
Yes, that's your own part. This is your own ministry.
Exactly.
This is your own ministry. And let me tell you, let me tell you something. I commend this guy for that video he's not doing. You see how he's pressing her move button.
Exactly.
Like all the work that you've been doing, just do this one as a gift to us. It's not causing her.
Exactly.
It's not causing her. It's just rubbing her head for her.
Exactly. So, guys, this is what we should do. And for those of you who are saying that you're in diaspora, what are you doing? This is my own course. This is me using my platform to showcase to those of you that don't watch TV or that are not on social media. At least you watch YouTube. So that once you come across, this is my own way of saying, yes, I am a concerned Nigerian in diaspora, and this is how I am lending my voice out that we want a better Nigeria. So those of you that will not say, "Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing?" Open your own channel as well and do the same thing. This is when you speak and there's action. The guy thought say Alejo Were. He entered there. He made sure he was giving correction on how to submit the petition. He went to adjust the petition.
Please, what does that mean? What does that mean when you say that Alejo Were?
You have received a mad guest. The mad guest don't arrive for mad guests don't arrive for House of Senate. So anyway, when I want run go. This compound is big enough to contain all the mad guests. So that's him saying, mad guests don't arrive. So more na open door. I must commend this guy's work. And yes, this is like I said, Nigeria must work in its own time. And I want to believe that. I just wish people would, gravitate towards this movement with him, because he's just not speaking for himself. He's speaking for each and every individual in Nigeria, regardless of your status. Even if you get money or you don't get money, it takes much more than talking. It takes action as well, and then following up. Like I said, just the way Rattel president gathered his followers, I'm hoping lots of people will gravitate towards this guy and also move in the same movement with him. Guys, I'm going to read your comment.
Can I say something quickly? I just wanted to educate everyone that you do know that as a constituent, I can't speak. You can actually call. There are numbers available for you to call. Whatever you're from Kwara State, you're from Lagos State, you can call your representative, and because you put them there, and they actually will answer the phone. So that's what I'm saying.
Let's hope they've not taken the phone off the hook.
No, they actually, I'm very serious. I've done it before, and most young people that are involved in politics will tell you that they have gotten through, and your questions will be answered. That's why I've said it before, that if you're a popular person, of course, they might do this whole thing of coming to talk to you because they are aware of the number of calls they get, however often, pretty much. So you actually are allowed to call and make whatever complaints or ask whatever questions, because that is your representative of whatever local government area you are in, So just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you so much, Abby, for putting that out there for us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. We should be starting another live stream in about 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to delay till 2:15 so I could grab a quick breakfast. I've not had my breakfast yet, so I could grab a quick breakfast, and I'll be here back at 2:15 UK time, 2:15. So we are currently 9 minutes to 2. So I'll be back here at 2:15. So thank you so much, each and every one of you who have been here. If you've watched from the beginning till now, go give VeryDarkMan his flowers, and guys, go follow Randy Peter as well, and let's share this video, because this is us starting something as well. I'm super glad they brought these girls back. They said they were 150, they've brought back 78, so which means they still have about 50 something left to bring back. Let's go say thank you to Airpeace chairman as well, who have used his office, to bring these people back. You don't have to be as rich as CEO of Airpeace in order to be able to be a contributor or to be a part of this good job. So guys, I really appreciate, like I said, when VeryDarkMan does things like this, if he does a good stuff, if I agree with him, I will give him his, I will give him his flowers. This time around, I'm giving him his flowers and saying well done to him, and also well done to Airpeace chairman. Hopefully, I'll get. The thing is that I don't even know how often Airpeace flies to Nigeria. Me, I want to go to Nigeria for Christmas, but I was looking at the plane ticket, flight ticket. I'm like, oh, more ticket cost oh. So maybe Nigeria is not for me for this year, but I would have loved to go to Nigeria for Christmas. I've not done Christmas in Nigeria for almost 17 years. I've not had Christmas in Nigeria for almost 17 years, and I'm looking forward to doing so at some point in the nearest future. So thanks so much, guys. And if you've watched till now, shout out to all of my members. Life with Natu is one of my members. Thank you so much. And Happy is also one of my members as well. You being a member of my member is just a way of you supporting me, saying, oh, that Mama 5, take this, we love what you do. And also don't forget to, if you have any business collaboration for me, that's my PayPal there. If you have any business for me, feel free to send me an email. If you want to collaborate on any of my videos, maybe you want to pay for an ad, also you can reach out to me by my email. I'm also on Instagram at StartMama5. Jeneji said it's not cheap to go to Nigeria. The last time that I was in Nigeria was 2021, and it was summer period. I think I got my ticket plus visa on arrival for like just below £800. My ticket and visa on arrival was about 800 and something, and I took £3,000 of spending money. I was only in Nigeria for 2 weeks, but all of that £3,000 pretty much went to my family, like my parents' house. I was trying to, so I don't even think I spent £500 on myself as spending money in Nigeria, but that was years ago. So anyways, so my TikTok handle is just doing me. I share my weight loss journey there. Oh, thank you so much, Janet, for that super chat. I really appreciate it, because enrich your pocket. Thank you so much for that. Guys, let me quickly go grab coffee, and I'll see you in about 15-20 minutes. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you later. Thank you so much, Janet. Thank you for that super chat. Right, guys, let's meet again in about 20 minutes. Okay. See you later, guys.